What's up, guys? The red light is on. I'm Dave Van Auken, Fight Bananas. I am joined again by your new nickname to me is Monkey Knife Joe. How you doing, Joe? What's up, brother?
I'm great. How are you, Dave, man? It's awesome to
Doing
be back for sure.
Yeah, man, doing good, man. Hey, this is it. Happy holidays. The last card of the year UFC Vegas 45 heavyweights in the main event. We have a stacked co-main event welterweight matchup that you can see there. Wonderboy Thompson, Bilal Muhammad. Man, I am so hooked on Monkey Knife Fight. I love this app. I was in it. I'm trying to do a little bit of basketball, a little bit of hockey, but I can't wait to Saturday for the UFC for 4 o'clock. I'm pumped.
Oh man, me too, man. Yeah, we have a bunch of contests up. NFL is still going strong. We've got NBA, we've got hockey. It's always great to kind of dip your toe into everything, man. And we're gonna actually have some more. We're gonna have boxing coming up here in the next few months.
Nice.
Major League Fishing, believe it or not, we're gonna have some of that. And we're going for everything, man. We want to have a little something for everybody. So
Awesome,
there's
awesome. I can't wait too to get Bare Knuckle involved. I was just there a couple days ago. Bare Knuckle FC Tampa, Taylor Starlin just stinging everyone. So I can't wait. Let's kind of jump right into it. I know time is money, and we want to make money here at Fight Bananas and Monkey Knife Fight. The knockout picks is back. I'm so intrigued with this one, especially this card when you got two stacked heavyweight fighters on top, a couple sleeper fights in, the whole prelims and everything. So I just want you to kind of talk to the people, talk to and relay the message. Why should we be in this knockout contest? How much money can we win? And maybe a strategy or maybe something that we should think about to be a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, obviously, as we discussed, Dave, I'm limited as to what I can say because I work for a DFS operator, but I'm obviously going to give you as much as I can and give your community as much as I can as well. So, but first and foremost, we're offering the Knockout Kings $2,500 prize pool. That's $2,500 prize pool. All you have to do is pick 3 fighters in this upcoming card to get a knockout. And if you pick correctly on all 3 of those fighters, you will win a piece of the $2,500 prize pool. And I know Dave asked why you should play this. In my opinion, you've got a bunch of great strikers. You've got Wonderboy Thompson with his karate style of fighting, right? He's got those push kicks. His timing is on. I mean, you saw it when he was fighting for the belt. You saw it when he was fighting against Gamebred. He's just got those phenomenal kicks. You've got Bilal Muhammad, who's also a great striker. He throws those fakes to kind of get his opponent off guard. So that opens up some options for him there. And of course, you've got the main card, Darren Lewis, and Chris Daukaus. And those guys, I mean, for their size, weighing in at 250, 260 respectfully, for their size, their speed is unbelievable. I mean, Derek Lewis will make you question every entry you go for.
Right.
You saw it against Curtis Blades, so you saw his power mixed with his speed there. And Chris Daukaus too. I mean, he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but his striking, he's got fast hands. And I swear, if he knocks somebody down, he's going to get right in that ground and pound. And that's exactly what you're looking for in a contest like Knockout Kings, to where, the TKOs and the knockouts count. So, there's a lot of opportunity there. And, I really can't think, if I was to pick one card or 2 cards to try my hand, just to try my hand at the Knockout Kings, this would be one of the cards I would choose for sure. So definitely some great opportunity.
Yeah, I'm going to triple down on that, Joe. I really am. Like I said, we're not going to go into in particulars who I'm going to pick or all of that nature, but just throwing it out there, guys. There are multiple heavyweight fights on the card. Let's just kind of call it out. They're usually heavyweights. They get the job done before that 15-minute bell rings. Of course, in the main event, Derek Lewis is known for knockouts. It's kind of like a little extra bonus. Sometimes there's cards that are maybe more stacked. They're just better fighters, but more technical and wrestlers and submission artists. This is a Knockout Kings card. I love it. I put 2 different options out there. There's a couple different little strategies I like. So I like it. I'm all in on that. So let me next to the Knockout Kings, one thing I talked to you off air about, and I'm loving it. I cannot. There's so many different options and plays and fights that you can go. I want you to talk about how, instead of going more than less and significant strikes, I just saw it. It's Auken's 83.5, Cub Swanson 111.5. other than that, I'm really into the fantasy points. I really like that aspect of it. To me, it's a lot of strategy because significant strikes add up, of course, throughout the fight. But if you have a big lean that you think you're going to see a first round win for one fighter or another, that's a huge way to go on the fantasy points because you can almost win on a first round win right away on your fantasy points. So I just want you to take the people there on why maybe they should lean on fantasy points.
Well, fantasy points are great because, in my opinion, you never know what's going to happen in a fight. I mean, we can throw out predictions for days, but you never actually know what's going to happen in a fight, right? So whether it's going to be takedowns, whether it's going to be a submission, whether it's going to be a knockout, there's so many different ways a fight could go. And that's what fantasy points accounts for, is all of those different variables in the fight. Our scoring system is exactly what you find on DraftKings and FanDuel. It's just you don't have to build a lineup when you're on our site, and you're not playing against fantasy sports sharks. So you're literally just playing against the numbers and your knowledge base. So like I said, with the different variables of a fight, that's what fantasy points accounts for, and it's a great way. Significant strikes are a great way to measure a fight, measure the optics of a fight, but so are fantasy points. And I believe as prop contests continue to explode in the fight game, I firmly believe that fantasy points will be either king or very close second. So definitely very popular. We've got both options. We've also got more or less for the significant strikes too. We've got Derek Lewis with 20.5. The line on him is 20.5. So you pick your more or less on that. You've got Chris Daukaus at 38.5 significant strikes. And Stephen Thompson was 63.5 significant strikes, and Bilal Muhammad was 63.5 significant strikes. So, granted, the one thing I do want to put out there is that these lines are subject to change. So if you go on there and you know that there's a certain line you want to play, go in there and make your pick, because the next day the line could potentially change. But the thing to remember is that once you make your pick, that pick is locked in at that line. It doesn't matter if the line changed afterwards. Right. So just a little knowledge there. But ultimately, this is a great fight. There's a lot of different ways these fights could go. You've got a lot of great grapplers. Chris Daukaus with his BJJ black belt. There's a bunch of ways these fights could go. So if you're looking to try your hand at Monkey Knife Fight along with the Knockout Kings, put some money in on that more or less contest for the fantasy points. I think it's a great way for people to really kind of get their feet wet and explore their options and what they're good at.
Absolutely. This is a great card for it. It's a really good intro, I think, into Monkey Knife Fight, to a way to win. Two things you said there that I kind of want to jump on and we can kind of leave going this route. One is, I know the numbers seem low for the heavyweights, right? They do seem low because this. All it takes is one on Derek Lewis. So maybe it seems low, but maybe it's only 3 punches he's going to get off. So it's a very sneaky play. I just want to throw that out there. And then this is, we're the People's Podcast. We're all for all of our listeners and everyone that's in the Fight Finance community. My one sleeper, the one number that really jumped at me, I just want to say I love absolutely Elkins at 83.5. And I absolutely love the over. You just can't put this guy away. I almost guarantee he's going to fight for 15 minutes and keep throwing every single second of the fight, or he's going to get a stoppage on his own behalf. He's just a killer. He's just so gritty and tough. I love me some Elkins at 83.5. To me, it's a gift. I really think Monkey Knife is giving out a gift. So there you go. I know it's subject to change, but if you can get that number now, go get it.
Go get it. Exactly. And yeah, Derek Elkins, he's one of those fighters that just keeps coming at you. And Bilal Muhammad is the same way. He's just one of those fighters that just keeps coming at you, keeps trying to close in, just keeps pressuring you. So there's a lot of great picks, a lot of different ways you can make your picks. But it's essentially up to you. You're playing against your own knowledge base. You're playing against the numbers. You're not playing against anybody else with hundreds of $1,000s and a bunch of, different equations and all this other stuff. It's just you and your knowledge base. So get after it.
I love it. I love it. And right there, guys, promo code BANANAS, right down 100% match deposit up to $100. You guys want to throw a little 50 spot in there, you're going to get $50. You're going to put in the whole 100 like you should, like I did. You'll get $100 match. There you go. Promo code BANANAS. Monkey Joe, I think we did it. I think we nailed it. We're good?
I'm good if you are, man. I think that if they don't take advantage, and they're missing out. That's all I'm going to say. Promo
There you
code
go. I
bananas.
agree, guys. I'm Dave Van Auken. Fight Bananas. This is Monkey Knife Fight, guys. UFC Vegas 45. Get the app. Go to the website. It's on the bottom there. And you make sure use the promo code bananas.